Hey, welcome to the channel, Eccentric Sunshine Tarot. If you have seen a reading on this channel before, thanks so much for coming back. If you are new, thanks for checking it out. If you don't want to hear any talking and you just want to get straight to the tarot, there will be timestamps in the description for Oracle and for Tarot. Just click that timestamp and press it. And it should take you to that spot in the video. For those that don't mind hearing me yap just a little bit, I want to say thank you again for everyone who is following the channel and who's liking the messages. If you do like the message, please give it a thumbs up. It helps to spread the message actually more than subscribing does. And if you want to be notified of when a reading comes out, subscribing is the best for that. And I will say that I am not always an everyday tarot reader. It's just sometimes I can't. I mean, I'm human too, but I have also been under the weather. I'm trying to do this. It actually helps me a lot when it comes to healing, emotionally, physically, to do these readings for you all. So I do try, but sometimes it's just not great. That being said, I did a little channeling before starting the recording. And the words that came to my mind, and I feel like, I hope I'm not being too, persuaded by previous readings, but it's what came, and it came rapidly. The words that came to mind were transformation, darkness and shadow, which is not negative. Calm down. Beginning, master builder. And I don't know if that has to do with a number or something personal to someone. Rebirth, which I think is part of that transformation. Loss and gains. Loss and gains came very, it was loud. And letting go to join. Letting go to join. Letting go to find. Person, place, thing, I don't know. But letting go to find. That's what I got. So, and the cards that I kept picturing in my head as these words were coming to me were the Sun card, the Death card, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Justice and Temperance kept wobbling in my brain. And what I mean by that is it was like, I would see Justice and the Temperance and the Justice and the Temperance. And there's a little bit of, no, there's not really. I mean, Temperance to me is more like the Star card. But anyway, Justice and Temperance kept going back and forth. And then the Tower and Eight of Pentacles. So I am curious to see if those cards specifically will come out in the reading. The Wheel of Fortune popped in my brain as like a statement, not a picture. So, I mean, that could be in there, but the Sun, Death, Ace of Cups, Justice and Temperance, Ace of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Eight of Pentacles. So we'll see. And again, the words, just in case, I don't want to influence how you read if you read, I don't want to influence how you take in the messages. And remember, if the message is not for you, don't try and make it fit. Okay. That's important. Whatever reader you listen to, whatever, tarot reading you decide to take in all the information. But transformation, shadow and darkness. And I think this is more of like a shadow self kind of thing. Tower, to begin, master builder, rebirth, loss and gain, gain and loss. But I think it's loss and gain. It's like letting go to go and join. Letting go to go and join. Whatever. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. We're going to get into the reading. I'm going to do, in order for a little bit of grounding, I am definitely going to go into the native spirit. And if you do not want to watch me shuffle, feel free to fast forward this part as well. Again, everything is time-stamped, but I do like to do this for those that want to ensure that their reading is, I don't know, authentic. Is that the right word? Authentic's a good word. And, oh, it doesn't like that way. I'll do one of the native spirit and one of the Journey of Love Oracle. I do have some new oracles on the way that are much shorter descriptions of their meaning. And they're kind of old, as far as meaning as they've been in print or out. They've been in print, yeah, I guess, for a while, years. But I like them. One of them is very similar to the native spirit in its foundation, but nothing is like these cards to me. I love these cards so much. I think that's good. We're going to have to. Ancient Forest and Answering the Call. Yep. Wow, and both are A's. Huh. Because they're in the book alphabetically. And they are literally one after the other. All right, so this is important for somebody. I hope you're getting the message. I hope you're listening. Let's do that there. Ancient Forest, your roots go deep. Incredible, radiant, healing strength is available to you and grows within you. Do not doubt your abilities. You're so much more than you can possibly imagine. There's immense, unseen, but very real support around you. You are loved and cherished. You are grounded, stable, and strong as your spirit reaches high into the heavens. Your native spirit wants you to know throughout the world, those in indigenous cultures revere what are called the tree people. The powerful life force of trees can bring healing, strengthening, and grounding energies. The kind of tree might vary from culture to culture, but the reverence and gratitude for its beneficial energies are the same. The ancient forest is alive with nature spirits. Additionally, each tree has an individual spirit especially powerful and resilient. The forest can survive the harshest conditions because of the mutual support of the spirit of the entire forest. Your greatest strength is silent and deep. It doesn't need a show of force. It just is. Inner power is found through contemplation, reflection, and meditation. Sometimes it comes from times of growth and change. Other times it springs from surviving and conquering painful situations. The journey. Adopt a tree. It can be one in your yard or one in a nearby park or wilderness area. Talk to the tree. Touch its bark. Give thanks, and by doing so, you create an energy connection that will continue to nurture you, no matter how far away you are from your adopted tree. So I think that is beautiful, especially kind of like a confirmation. Or when I said that we needed to do these cards to get a little grounded before we go into the reading. Yeah, oh, that's bright. Let's see, can we do it like that? Sure. Answering the call. You've been called. If you've been waiting for your life to shift, the waiting is over. Your true and authentic life is happening. If you've been hoping for a sign, this is it. Right now, your spirit guides, ancestors, and loved ones who have passed on are sending you messages, love, and healing. You've been called. A gateway is opening for communications from these spiritual realms. Now and in the days ahead, signs from spirit will be all around you. Watch for them. Your native spirit wants you to know. Indigenous people look to the clouds, the winds, and the movement of animals to discern the secret messages from the Creator. In native traditions, life is ruled by signs. Right now, your spirit helpers are telling you that this is your time. The waiting is over. Sometimes we spend so much time waiting for life to happen that we miss the joy in the moment. Cherish the here and now and know that no matter what concerns you may have, in the deepest sense, you are ready. Believe. Follow the signs and miracles will abound. Your time is now. The journey. Look for signs. They are all around you. The feather that alights at your feet, the penny that mysteriously appears, or the rainbow splashed across the sky may be a sign that Spirit is trying to get your attention. Watch your dreams. Messages from Spirit are often conveyed in nocturnal hours. I love this. I'm just saying the words that came to mind. transformation, shadow and darkness, beginning, loss and gain, letting go to find, to join, to find. We'll see what happens. We're going to leave those out. Yep. One more for those in need of a love message for self or with another. Spirit, for those in need of a love message for self or with another. Can we have one card to guide us through this reading, please? Someone watching this is coming into their intuitive gifts. Everyone is intuitive. Okay. Some are just more connected, and I mean that in a way of like their ability to receive the downloads. But everyone has that ability, period. It's just a matter of like nurturing it and then practicing, honestly. But for whoever is watching, whoever this message is for, you're coming into these gifts. I think that's way too many. This has been happening a lot with these cards. One card for whoever needs a message of love for self or with another. Guidance for this reading, please, Spirit. One card. Nope. One card. Yeah. The light field. That one's come out a few times. 63, which is a 9. And whoever the number 9 is for, you are very open to the other side. The veil that separates the worlds is very fine for you, for there is much love in your heart, and love exists beyond all barriers, including those of time, distance, and even death. Okay, pause. Whoever this reading is for, and I'm part of this, okay? But whoever is experiencing or has just experienced loss, and just meaning in the last 6 months, the last year, but whatever, you know, there's no time period of how fresh that loss is to you. Okay. You are being called to listen. You're being called to look at the signs, the synchronicities, the symbols, whether it be in nature, whether it be in your personal environment. There's someone who's trying to reach you, and they're trying to tell you, I think, that they're okay. And you feel a little dark right now, perhaps because of that loss. And that is, oh, it's so normal in quotation marks, but it's so, yes, you feel dark right now, and that's okay. Give yourself that grace. It's okay to feel that. It's okay to be in that space. And you need to know that they're holding you. In their own way, they're holding you. And for someone else, there's like it's time to walk forward now and release the hand of the person that you were holding that is no longer on this side. Okay. Sorry for whoever that was for. If you wish to communicate with those that have passed on, do so through your heart. If you want to communicate energetically with your beloved, even though you are separated in physical location, then you can do so now. If your psychic abilities are opening and you need confirmation or reassurance, accept this message of guidance as being such. Those who have passed can be received fully and peacefully into the light, and your love guides them home. The messages that you sense in your heart that come from unconditional love that uplift and reassure can be trusted. The light is so close to you, beloved, it surrounds you as glow from within. This oracle brings you guidance that you are connecting with a field of awareness that is real and that you are protected by light as you do so. It is confirming that there is nothing for you to fear, and that those that have passed on or will pass on in future will always be safely held in love. It is also confirmation that there are very real bonds that connect you to your loved ones, past, present, and future, that are beyond the confines of time and space. I am very intrigued to see what comes out now. And I think I'm going to do the Light Seers. This deck has been calling me a lot this week. Whoa. Let's try that again. Letting go to find, letting go to join. A loss for a gain. A loss for a gain. If somebody's been, this is, I don't know, this is random kind of. If somebody has been contemplating going to a, like a group therapy, for mourning the loss of a loved one, I think you should go. And that's coming from somebody who's not a fan of such things. Okay. I'm really not. I'm not a fan of group therapy. To each their own. I'm not saying it's bad. And in fact, like I said, for whoever this message is for, you should go. This is my group therapy. But I feel like maybe there's somebody who you can connect with. I mean, obviously, but there's somebody that you can connect with there that, I don't know, is like a mentor or somebody who, a new friendship, potentially something more. I don't know. It's just coming through. Like, so if there is a group setting, group therapy, I guess it's group therapy, but it's like, it's specifically for mourning the loss of a loved one. And maybe you've been feeling kind of weird about it. I mean, I get that. Woo! Sorry. All right, that's enough. Okay. Spirit, what messages do you have for whoever is listening? Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to show it. It's Nine of Swords. You see, there's a feeling. Okay. But anyway, that was too many. If it's meant to come out, it will. Magician is earth-based Virgo card. All the elements, however. Magician. Manifesting. Looking for an answer even. That's what I heard. Typically not the magician. The magician creates answers. The magician creates. Solutions even. Whoa. Too many. King of Swords and the World. I think this is looking for answers. Maybe having found the answer. Having found the answer. What it was that you were looking for. What it was that you were looking for. Deep feelings, emotions. Could be that mourning, could be that loss. Could be just feeling like you're in the deep. But for some, this could become a little bit heavier as the next week goes by. We're going into a full moon in Cancer. You could be dealing with a Cancer. You could be a Cancer. And it's way too many cards. There's a timing card here. See how deep the roots go and the seeds that were planted, and you see how it's growing. This is happening now. This is happening now. Two of Wands. This is happening now. You were waiting. You're waiting for it to happen now. Sorry, that's very loud. Two of Cups. I heard a field of support. A field of support. Queen of Cups. Tower. Ooh. Seven of Swords. The moment. Oh, Lovers. What you were looking for, you found. Deep. Two of Pentacles. A decision, a choice. Oh, okay. I mean, if they're meant to come out, we're going to let them come back out because there's the Sun. That one did flip. The other, what is happening tonight? The other card, I did, wow. Okay, it did come out the first time, but I was trying not to let it because it was with a stack. And so I wanted to be sure. So it just came out again. This is the Knight of Swords. Someone is feeling like if they don't go now, I heard if they don't go now, they'll never go. Emperor. If they don't go now, they'll never go. Knight of Wands. It's action. Lights, camera, action. What in the world is happening? Whoa. Six of Pentacles, which is a minor for justice. It's about the balance. Give and take. Don't worry, we're going to put it all together, I promise. And there's the Empress. Of course. Something letting go in order to find loss and gain, loss and gain, loss and gain. Had to go deep. Had to go deep. Oh, had to go deep in order for something to grow. And then you have the Strength card and you have the Nine of Swords. It's not easy at all. Downright terrifying. The strength to feel that. The courage to feel that, to allow yourself to feel that. It's a new opportunity. A new place to stand. Oh. We'll see if it comes out again. But so see where this ground is cleared, right? Like it's like, I mean, this is like a giant, right? Like, relatively speaking, this Page of Pentacles is this giant human standing in the middle of a forest where the land has been cleared to put down new roots, a new foundation. New roots, a new foundation. Had to clear it out. That's the new opportunity. And I do see the pages as aces. And I said Ace of Pentacles. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, there's an actual move here. This has been coming out strong the last few readings. There's an actual move here that's having to take place. And looking for where, because there's a suitcase here. Okay. In the boat. Yeah. Perhaps looking for the place. There's your Ten of Cups. You had to go through this to get to this. You had to go through this to get... Sometimes you got to go through it to get to it. That's what's underneath. Yeah, there's a Hermit card right there. It didn't come out, but I felt it. All right, let's see what happens. think I do. Do I want, yeah, I want the Grand Lux. Yes? Yeah. All right. So again, we have some strong masculine, and I say strong because this King of Swords was out first, Knight of Swords, the Seven of Swords. These are more masculine energies, and then you have the Emperor. Now we have the feminine here too. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Empress. This Knight of Wands is a female fiery spirit, and then the Strength card. You could be dealing with someone who's a Leo. We have the Sun or a fire sign. This is definitely about letting go to move forward. The Tower is here with the Seven of Swords. It could be about, there could be some deception here, but the way that this Seven of Swords is after the Tower, not before, not the cause of a tower. There's a Two of Cups, which is minor for lovers. Keep that in mind, okay? But it's minor. Right? And then, so you have these kind of mismatched energies here, this King of Swords and the Queen of Cups. It could be someone who is very much sitting in their power, sitting in their knowledge, right? What they know now to be the truth. What they were seeking, they found. They had to go through a lot in order to find it, as a matter of fact, into the deep. And this Queen of Cups could be another energy sitting in their love, sitting in their feelings. They had to go through the deep in order to come to a center, in order for their heart to lead the way. But there is this Tower here that has this Seven of Swords, the person who is looking for, or was looking for, this is what we need to clarify, looking for their match. And here comes the Lovers. And it is a matter of a decision in order to accept this. Someone may have been having a hard time accepting this, but the Sun comes in, the Knight of Swords comes in, it comes quickly, and it is powerful. It's so powerful that there is a transformative experience that's taken place here. There's a level up. The Emperor, Knight of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Empress. This is a give or take energy. This is something that is fueling and nurturing the two. This is a nourishing energy. But it has not been one that has come easily, and staying in it is not easy. And it's funny, as I'm sitting here doing this, like the figure 8, and there is, which is like an eternity, okay, is on the arm of the Strength and Courage. But the Nightmare, for me in this reading, this is about the mourning. It is about having the courage to let go in order to let in. Let go to let in, letting go to join, finding the place to move that brings your 10 of Cups. But we need to get into this King of Swords. I want this little area right here, this corner. King of Swords, Spirit, Queen of Cups, and the Tower. The Tower may have been what cleared the way. I mean, this Seven of Swords is sitting atop of a hill. Atop of a hill? I mean, yeah, a little bit. To see, the moon is shining bright. Again, this could be something that's happening now. I think this is something that's happening now, or in process of. Can you tell me about this King of Swords and the World? This is a completion. This is a completion. King of Swords, Queen of Cups, Tower. Empress. Okay. Tell me about that. Empress what? Empress what? The King of Swords. What was being looked? This is a union. This is a divine union. Maybe that's the Tower, and understanding that and knowing that. If those are meant to come out, they will. Can you tell me about this Tower? Whoa, that's a lot. It never fails. At least once every reading. Look, the ones that fail, the Star, the Tower, the Hermit, the King of Wands. Okay. If they're meant to come back out, they will. Never fails. But I feel like that is absolutely some confirmation. It is something you had to go into the deep in order to figure out what it was that you were willing to fight for? Is that what you were willing to fight for? There's the 5 of coins. I've got hair now. 5 of coins, the 8 of swords, the Queen of Wands, which would have been that match, and the King of Swords. This is like, there was this uncertainty if there was ever going to be this coming into the knowledge. An uncertainty if ever coming into the knowledge. Can you clarify that, please, Spirit? An uncertainty. The Strength in the Lovers. Yeah, I mean, whatever was happening, I heard you had to see it for yourself. I heard you had to see it for yourself. Something about knowing, and then seeing it for yourself. Seeing what? Whoa. The Emperor. So now you have the Empress and the Emperor again. And you had to see it for yourself. I think this is for the... Whoa. Yeah. You had to go within. You had to find your north. Your true north. Your North Star. The Devil card. Hold on. Sorry. The Hermit to the Devil could be that internal like internal toxic. But I think also this is timing. As soon as I was going to say timing. I love it. I do. I love it when it happens. So I think this is about right now. I told you right now. This is Capricorn season. Yeah. And there's the 8 of Cups. So Sun. Let's see. Sun. We got the Ace of Cups. Did we get the Ace of Pentacles? No, but we got the Page of Pentacles. So, I mean, the Tower we got twice actually, but, and then the 8 of Cups. Letting go. This is a timing. This is definitely a timing. Letting go. Letting go to find. Letting go to find. There's 5 of Wands, 3 of Cups. 5 of Wands could be the conflict, internal conflict. Letting go to find. Boy. And there's Temperance. It was definitely about timing. It is about timing and the Star. Temperance and the Star being very similar to me. So you see the Cups, and it is about a balance. This is about the alchemy. Being ready. Spirit, what's the most likely outcome? What's the most likely outcome here? This is... a transformative experience. Knowing that you could depend on each other. You had to see it for yourself. Lose to gain. Loss and gain. Loss and gain. Letting go to join. You had to be able to depend on each other. Spirit, can you tell me the most likely outcome? 2 of Wands, the most likely outcome. 8 of Pentacles, so there's that. The work that went in, it's been a long journey. The Wounded Warrior. There's the Queen of Wands again. Definitely someone with fire in their chart. I truly do believe that. the most likely outcome here. Sitting in the power, there is an opening up. That is the psychic queen. So this is someone who is coming into that intuitive experience where they're starting to listen a little bit more, trusting that gut feeling, new opportunity, trusting that gut feeling. So Page of Wands to the Tower. That's 3 times we've seen it. The Seven of Swords. This is and this is a good, you see, there's not an actual sneaking here. It took all the swords from the tents, right? I believe there's a couple ways to look at this. You can look at it like circus tents, because I like to look at it that way sometimes, or you can look at it as like the battlefield and removing the swords so these people can't fight or not fight efficiently, right? That's not necessarily a bad thing. That's a good thing, actually, because it's is there even, do you need to fight, or can you just go? Sometimes you just need to go. This is the loss for the gain. You're leaving behind what you can't carry. You're taking what you can carry only, right? And that, happy. You see the face? You see the face? There's nothing bad there. For someone who's dealing with some things, please, this isn't your reading. I'm just telling you that the Seven of Swords here, this Tower, this coming in to understanding, this Tower moment, the most likely outcome here. This is a ending and a beginning. Loss and gain. Loss and gain. Knight of Wands. What's the gain here? I see the gain. Lovers, 2 people coming together who have had to go through a lot in order to have that moment. Knight, whoa. Yeah. 5, 5, 5. Queen of Pentacles. Lots of change here. We know that. Sorry. The 10 of Cups. What, there's the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 2 of Pentacles. This is an end to that juggling. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. Okay, can you tell me, Spirit, we've done the loss and the gain. What's to gain, I said. This is the beginning. All right. All these popped out. So, there's the Ace of Cups, which we now have twice. The King of Cups. Big feelings, big feelings. There's that Wheel of Fortune. There's Judgment, new life. And there's the 10 of Cups. That's the game. Whatever it was that you were questioning, and it's yours. And whoever's been waiting, it's happening. The High Priestess. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? There it is. The transformative experience. The High Priestess to the Death card. You knew it all along, I heard. You knew it all along. You knew it all along. Knew what all along? And that's an end to that. The anxiety, that's what I feel. The transformative experience, the anxiety is done. Yeah, fighting and trusting. Fighting and trusting. You knew what all along? You knew what all along? For whoever needs this message, you knew what all along? Deep feelings. In the deep. Your intuition, your gut, you knew what. There's the King of Swords again, the 10 of Wands, the Magician, and the 5. You had to walk away. You had to walk away. Oh, and the Knight of Swords. You knew all along that you had to walk away. 5, 5, 5. Major change happening right now. Whoa. 3 of Wands. You knew you had to walk away. Do I have that right, Spirit? The 8 of Swords, the anxiety, the fear. It was here earlier, going into that Queen of Wands, into that King of Swords. And then Strength and Lovers. There's the Chariot. You knew what all along? Let me see. Okay. And look, the Chariot came back. All right, it's out. You knew all along. You knew all along. One more, and then I'm going to let you all go. Let me just see. I'm not going to get fancy with it. Let me get 2 shuffles, please. 2. You knew what all along? Whoever this message is for, you knew it all along. You knew it all along. Knew what all along? Spirit, can you tell me? Knew what all along? A decision about leaving? 2 of Pentacles, juggling. 6 of Swords, a decision about leaving. You knew it all along. What about it? Moving, physically moving. There's the Moon again. Fool, Knight of Swords, leaving. Yeah, somebody is leaving. You knew you'd have to leave. You knew you'd have to leave all along. And it has been tormenting you. It's been a mental torment. Do I have that right, Spirit? You knew. You knew you'd have to walk away, let go, walk away. Okay. 6 of Pentacles, the Emperor, and 8 of Pentacles. In order for it to work. You knew you'd have to walk away in order for it to work. Temperance. It's all about that timing. The Chariot. You knew. Okay. Something about the right time. Someone has been waiting for the right time. They knew that there was always going to be a right time. Although I 100,000% disagree. There's no such thing. Every time is the right time. Every moment is the right moment because it leads to the next step. But for whoever this message is for, you've been waiting on the right moment. You have trusted your intuition. For this masculine King of Cups, who has come out as the Emperor 3 times, the King of Swords twice. You knew the entire time what your 10 of Cups is, and it was a matter of timing something. Like you wanted to time it just right. You wanted to time it just right. And you knew all along. Do I have that right, Spirit? You knew all along what it was going to be. King of Pentacles. Yeah, all the kings. We already had the King of Wands. What your heaven on earth is, you've known all along. That's the transformation. A mourning period. There's definitely an ending. Yes, and then there's the sun, and that's the confirmation. A mourning period to come out into the sun. You did a lot of research. You are doing research, but I think you did a lot of research. You kept some of that to yourself. Yes, confirmation. It's caused a lot of anxiety. But a new day is coming. A new day is coming. That sun and that Ace of Pentacles. A new day is coming. Yes, Judgment. And then we have the other match, the Queen of Pentacles. So this has been for the betterment of 2, I heard. For the betterment of 2. And you have 2 of Wands, Ace of Wands, and the Tower. For the betterment of 2. Someone always knew that there was going to be a right time. In this Tower, can you just tell me, Spirit, the likely... That's the Ten of Pentacles. It's a destruction of everything that was once known. Queen of Wands. A destruction of everything that was once known. Letting go to join. Letting go to join. Letting go to gain. Loss and gain. Letting go to find. Yeah, that's the ending, and it is taking courage, holding on for a union, for a divine union. That's the new beginning. All right, we're getting all the same cards over and over. Yeah, somebody had to walk away. Is having to walk away. Somebody is walking away in order to have this. Letting go to join, letting go to find. That's the message that has repeated 20 times now. For whoever needed that message, go forth and be happy. I think it's coming in. So this is definitely more for the masculine. Again, I'm not going to do 2 readings tonight. I did that yesterday, but for the masculine energy who's watching this, or whoever is in their masculine energy, their emperor. Okay, the Empress is here. The counterpart is here. This is definitely about 2 people who have been on a journey. Whether hand in hand the entire time, I don't know. But I do know that they've been on the journey in order to come together. The masculine always knew that it was a matter of time. It was a matter of like the perfect time. He would know when that perfect time was. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm seeing. And it's almost like lightning strike, Tower moment, like, and this is it. And it's now or never. If I don't go now, I'll never go. If I don't, for some, it's a matter of the next move. For some, it's a matter of a literal move. For some, it is a matter of making the decision itself. But I feel like that's already done. I didn't get, like, you know, there's 2 of Wands and 2 of Swords that came out multiple times. That feels very much, yes, like a decision was already made, but also more about that intuition. That spark of recognition of now is the moment. Now is the moment. All right. I hope for whoever's watching, you got what you needed from that. Have a good night.